Vestige Soul here to talk about stuff that I would buy if I had money or space. So let's get started with a Rem figure. To me it looks pretty cute, and it looks like it's a two-piece figure with Ram also, so it looks pretty adorable. And it's about $235, so, but it looks really good. And then the RAM side of things, which also looks pretty good. And as you can see, it's a two-piece, so you can buy both of them separately, but they look really good, so it's also $235. But it looks good overall, so. And also the color scheme for this one's pretty nice. I always like red and black, so. Now for the next one. This one looks like a rerun I've seen at some point, I think. But I do like this character, but it's $100. I'm not really sure there's a lot of figures of her in the first place, so probably get it if I could. Now, I have a really soft spot for Lapland from Arknights, and this figure looks really nice. There's a cheaper version of this one without the little angels on the side, but I really like this character and this figure. Looks really nice. So, as you can see, it's about $300, but this Lapland figure looks really good. And now, a hotel figure, which is not 700, but $140, which also looks pretty good. It has its own little base with elements from the game in it, so. It looks really nice and detailed. So, now for the next one is, I really want this figure for $125. Looks pretty good, and I really like this character from Hell's Paradise, so I think there's like one or two other figures of her, so. Okay, so you can see it's really nice and detailed, and I like this style also in the tree. So, now for Avenger Oda Nobunaga. $170 also, and played a lot of the Fate Go figure. Looks really good with the skulls and everything. The cape and it looks pretty detailed. Don't have an issue with the face as much. I think there's a few figures that I didn't like because their face looks really weird for some reason. This looks really nice overall. Now for Steins Gate. This is about $226 and a lot of stuff in it in general. I think I at one point wanted a clock just like that's in there. I think somebody was selling it at some point. Overall, this figure looks pretty nice. And then this Blue Archives hoodie, if you know the character, but seeing where I live, I probably will never wear it because it's always hot, so. But I like the character, and this hoodie would be really neat to have if I ever needed to use it. So. Now another Genshin I really like y'all, Mika, and this plushie looks really nice. I can just put it on my desk or something, so really like it. Like this character, so. Now for the other site, this is a pop-up figure which only recently started making a lot of these types, and they're really cheap, like they're usually 30 bucks or a bit more, so. But I also like this character, and sometimes Pops figures are like 50-50 for me, but this one looks pretty good overall. As you can see. Now, Star out. Well, this character, March 7th, looks really nice. I'm not 100% sure I would get this figure if I did have the money, but it looks really good, so I wouldn't complain if I did get it. There's a few other characters I would get first if I had the money. Another figure, which she also doesn't look really too bad. I think there's enough. Well, once I always buy one that I could sit on top of my computer at some point. So it would be a neat one to have to do that, or one of my other figures I have somewhere. Now for her $125, and looks like she has a few things. It doesn't look bad for the character herself. I'm more likely would probably get a figure of her getting eaten by a mimic or something instead, but this figure doesn't look that bad. Kind of plain, I guess, but the character's like that, so. Who wouldn't say no to this figure? Honestly. The VTuber's cute, so it wouldn't be bad to have a figure. And it's a pop-up, so it's not very expensive, like I said before. Another Signscape figure. There's another one that's not LED, but this one is LED. So I'm guessing these little screens glow, or no, either the screens glow up or the base glows up. I think it'd be the base or both, I'm not really sure. But it looks really neat and interesting. I put this one in here because why not? I figured it doesn't look really bad. Interesting face and everything too on top of that. So another Arknights. I think I got her in the game, but not with this outfit. And this outfit looks pretty sick. Most of the Arknight figures are really good. It's not one of my top favorite characters, but this design of the hat and everything is really good, so I wouldn't complain. And the hollow figure for $138. There's been a lot of hollow figures, if I remember. I just don't have one. I think I have a wall scroll, and that's about it, I think. So I really want at least one hollow figure at some point. and Black Rock shooter figure for $235. I think I have one Figma of her when I was buying a lot of Figma figures at that point. It doesn't look bad. Most of the time I have issues with this type of effect though. Probably the biggest issue I have with this type of figure. So, but it looks pretty good. Oh, this is a $100 figure and it has a really big gun. Yeah. Looks pretty sweet and detailed, so I would really want a figure from the show. Especially this one, maybe. Another Blue Archives character. It's a pop-up, so it's not very expensive, and it's in one of her alternative uniforms if you ever played the game. So the Star Rail character that I would want a figure of, Kafka, so they have a little miniature deformed version of her, so I would maybe want it. I just have an issue with the chibi figures in general, but I don't think this one would fall over like the other ones I had before, so it won't be that bad. I haven't really played much of Guilty Gear, but I would have to say this is my favorite character for reasons. For the plot, of course. And it doesn't look like a bad figure either, so as you can see. The face is nice. I'm not 100% sure about the eye patch, but overall the figure looks really good, so. This is 140 and it's 10-year anniversary. She has a bunch of figures if I remember. I'll be fine with this one, but I think there's a few other ones I'd probably prefer over this one overall. But the figure looks really nice, so. Another pop-up. I think she has a couple figures. Overall, it doesn't look bad, except I don't know what the mouth is going on. It's kind of weird close up, but overall it looks okay. She has a few figures, if I remember, but I think this is the nicer looking one of the ones I've seen. Has her sword and everything in her outfit, so doesn't look bad. So yeah, there's only a few, and I think this is probably has to be one of the nicer ones we can think of. Another figure of her, not with a bunch of screens, but a lot of figures have these gears, so it's more of a, I guess, a traditional figure for her, because she does have quite a few. Doesn't look really bad, but compared to the other ones I've seen in this video, this is probably not going to be on the top of the list. But it is $77, so it's not that expensive either, though. Saber and her motorcycle for $120. It doesn't look bad. I think this is a second. I'm not sure. I think I've seen this version before. I could be wrong. But the figure doesn't look bad, so. Especially the size of it, so. Sub 2, I'm assuming. both figures in one, you can buy them separately or something. Or just together, I'm not sure. Here doesn't look bad, so. $165. There's a few figures of her, I think, for $152. I'd probably want the figure of her. Like, this one looks pretty good with her look and everything. Yeah, it doesn't look bad, and it has the cards and everything, so. This is $35 and it looks okay. Yeah, it looks okay. It doesn't look very detailed compared to the other ones, but it doesn't look too bad, but yeah. Now for a Roxy figure, which she has probably 4 or 5 other ones, but not like this one. And I want a figure of her, but yeah, though. Well, this doesn't look bad at all. And sometimes I just have issues with the see-through stuff, but it works for this, so. A little heart there and everything. I haven't played the game or watched the anime, but there's quite a few character designs I like from this game. It's about 150. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of character designs I like, and this one looks pretty good. So yeah. Now this one looks way better than the other figure I showed of her earlier. It's just the look and everything. Yeah, this one looks way better than the other one I showed. X and everything. Another pop-up figure for $125. And this one doesn't look bad. The face and everything looks nice, and the gun is going to be as detailed as it's going to get, I guess. As I think a few single guns in this, but on this website that sell it separately are about the same price as this figure itself. So now there's a figure of her for a pop-up, but for example, the figures not really sure. This one's probably one that I'm not really liking the pop-up version, I guess. To me, it doesn't look too good, but that's my opinion, so. I just recently watched this anime like a month ago, maybe. Yeah, the figure doesn't look bad for the anime it's from, so. Or just doesn't look bad in general. More of a standard look, and then it's only $100 too, so. Another character from Fate Go for $175. Artillery caster. Overall, it doesn't look bad. Has her weapon and everything. So, looks pretty good. Now, this character, I really want this figure for 135. I think there's a limited version somewhere else, but yeah, like W from Arknights. There's not a lot of figures. I think there's a Chinese figure somewhere, but I can't find anywhere that's actually selling it. So this is like first time seeing a figure of her, and I really would want a figure of her. My favorite Arknights character, so yeah, there's that. Now, yeah. That she probably has a bunch of figures at this point. Like $150. Yeah, there's like a bunch of figures of her, and this one doesn't looks good. So overall. And now for this figure, Jimurumi. It's another pop-up, one of the more expensive ones, almost $50, but looks pretty good. So and then I think that's the end of this video. So I'll probably make more of these videos if it does well, or I just feel like it. I'm probably just gonna make it if I feel like it. So until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.